Okay, we're gonna head back out and see the framers, see how things are going with the building this morning. It's just a little after 7 here. First, we're gonna go over here. We heard about an auction that's gonna be going on today, and I don't really have any money to waste on stuff right now, but we're gonna go look because it never hurts to look. You never know if you can get something really cheap. Maybe you turn around and sell it, or maybe you need it. But they got a bunch of stuff out here apparently, and just gonna go check it out and see what all they got and see if it's anything of value or worth getting. It's gonna be right here. So this is another, the guy that we're working for over there, he owns all these buildings too. I mean, you want to talk about residual income here. He's got all these buildings are rented, and here's the auction right here. Looks like Gold Auction's doing it. I'm gonna pull right on in here and see what they got. You guys are gonna have to stay. You gotta wait for me to get back, okay? They want to get out, but probably don't want to do that. Gold Auction. You better not start barking, bud. No, he's gonna do it. All right, let's see what they got. Okay, well, I don't know, man. Now that hydro crane, that right there, that could be something. It's a 2011. It's this old beater here. Oh, this one's got a thing to lift. Oh, Bud's gonna be in a lot of trouble. There's a backhoe. This old forklift. It's got a side shift on it? No. Oh. What do they got in here? I don't see a whole lot of, maybe that fuel tank right there with the little container. There's some hammers, some air hammers. I might be a buyer on that. I mean, that one looks like it's seen way better days, but don't think I'll be in on that. Don't think I'll be in on that. Some forks. These are all cheapy compressors. There's a fuel cell with a guaranteed no good pump on it. This old dump truck with a trailer. Now, problem is, you know, this is a cool little setup. It's old, but California just, they don't let you run this kind of stuff. I'll probably come back through here. That's a Duramax, a crew cab Duramax. I mean, this one here, I wouldn't be more than $1,500 on that truck. If it went for $1,500, I'd get it. It's got good tires on it, but I guarantee you, somebody will want to pay more for it. That's a decent trailer. It's a little rough around the edges, but it's definitely This is a nice little setup right here. I like the little bobtail trucks. This Duramax here, smog okay. I wonder if it shows the mileage on it. Let's see, usually there's a little button. 210. 210. That's not too bad. What year did they say it was? 2007. I've got a 2007. It's got the right engine. That's the engine you want. It's two-wheel drive, unfortunately for us. Boy, that's a sturdy rack though. That's one heck of a rack. Boy, they didn't clean anything up or worry about that. This here, depending on what this goes for, this would be one really nice piece of equipment here. We could use something like this quite a bit. It's got heavy lifting capabilities. The only thing is, this probably only extends out. It probably only has about 30 foot of reach to it. It looks like a 3-stage. I think it's a 3-stage, so it's gonna be maybe 40 foot to the top of the boom when you get it all the way out. I'd be curious to see what that goes for. I don't think I'd want anything to do with this, even though I think it's 4-wheel drive. Bud's gonna really get on my nerves. All right, well, we saw. We're gonna go back to the job, which is right down the street. So that's one of the reasons why I came out, because I was just right down the street. I don't see anything that really piques my interest. That water pump's pretty cool. So I'd give, like, I don't know if it ran. I mean, it probably does. I'm sure it does. It looks like it was being used. But maybe it doesn't, because there's the pull start right there. I don't know, man. I don't know. These buckets, no pins. They're not the right, anything I could use. That 2015 little half ton, 2008 little half ton, needs AC. I don't know, man. We'll have to come back out and see what what kind of deal they want to do. Some of this big pipe, I mean, I don't really have a use for it. Maybe some of that smaller stuff over there we can use for culvert stuff, like out at the ranch. But I don't think this thing's gonna last very long. We'll go in the shop and see if there's anything of value in the shop. What's this? I went right by these. That's kind of cool. What's this one? Ooh, a Hercules. I might be in on that for like 50 bucks. The digging bars. So I got a whole bunch of stuff in here. Oh, they got a welder.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are we doing?
All right.
So that might be something. The welder. A lot of fittings. Oh, that was loud.
Test. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right.
Suitcase. That could be pretty handy. Ooh. Look at that. I wonder how much that is. That's a roller. Look at that table. Huh. All this stuff's for sale. Big old pipe wrench. Yeah, I guess they could probably sell the whole thing all in one shot. You just buy the table and everything. A lot of fabrication stuff here. You can make all kinds of things. Press. Bud's still barking. He doesn't get it. All right, well, I'm gonna go. We finished up the water line connections yesterday. They're just kind of temporary for now, but at least now we have water out here. And so Owen's gonna bring the skid steer over here and we're gonna finish backfilling this. Just everything on this side of the fence here, get this all covered back up. Don't worry about anything on the other side because we still got to run our sewer and all that stuff. So I want to get all my sewer and everything in before I backfill anything over there. Framers are doing their thing. Looks like they got their first rafter ready to go up. Just cut a bunch of those rafters and start going to town on this thing, get the roof on it, get the siding put up. I think we're gonna have to go get them some trim, hopefully, if they get that far. If not, we're gonna end up putting that trim on. Okay. See if they get that far today. Hopefully they do. All right, Owen's gonna follow. So I'm gonna show him some other little projects that we're going to be doing over here. He's just gonna love this. It's kind of some cleanup stuff, but let him get the water done. You know, it all pays the same, so it doesn't really matter. You know, you're getting paid for it. Get it done. So I'll probably on the big dump thing, we'll probably get. I got some guys that'll do it. It's a lot for one person, but I mean, if he brought the skid steer down here and just kind of took his time and loaded it with the skid steer, it's not gonna be that big of a deal. So this is the building here with the old antique water truck. He paid $500 for that water truck. Boy, he's proud of it. It's a cool truck for $500. I'd get it. Leaks like a sieve. But they got this parking lot. This is kind of what he's doing over there where we're doing the framing, and the finished product looks really nice. It's almost like pavement. I mean, he's compacted it with some water, and it's really it really looks good for what it is. It's just literally some asphalt grindings put over the dirt. But I'm gonna show Owen, we got all that trash back there, and then we got some stuff inside the building. So we're inside. We're gonna get these pallets out of here. He wants to use those for like a landing on the buildings. Whatever, that's a good idea actually, so it's better than throwing them away. We're gonna take the water box, all this loose stuff. And everything that's loose, like maybe stand that one paneling back up and just put it in the corner where it goes. But all the loose stuff, like on the floor, we're gonna get it out of here. and I'll show you where we'll go dump it for now, and then we got to clean up this. The big part of the job's back here. So we got these doors in here. We're going to take those. We're going to return those for store credit. These are some bathrooms that got recently done. And all of the loose stuff. There's a couple things there. Just everything that's loose. So if you just open up the doors, come over here with the forks. Probably set one of these pieces on your forks and then pile everything on top. And then we'll run it back to the dump area. Anything that's worth keeping, like that trim, we'll go put it in the building over there.
Drywall corner.
Yeah, the all of that, because we can use that for the drywall, the nails, the wire, everything. Just everything. This thing needs to be just like broom swept empty. You know what I mean? So the whole thing, anything that's loose. I don't care about the panels that are still attached, but if you got a panel that's down on the ground or whatever, just stack them all up and run them back here. Here's a sprinkler. I don't think that's any good. Oh, there's a good hose. I just went and bought one. I mean, maybe grab that hose, and then when you go to return those doors, just return that other hose. We've got way too many hoses. So back here, this is where you'll go with all the waste.
Is this little personal landfill or what?
Well, we're gonna be moving that, and I'll show you where we're taking it to. But for now, since we don't have the dump trailer out here, you can just run it out here and put it somewhere where it's easy to pick back up. You know what I mean? Where we're not having to.
We gotta haul all this off another weekend.
We're gonna take the wood, the turf, the wood, anything with the exception of the piles of dirt or the piles of bark and the tumbleweeds. So I don't care about any of that, just all this trash, pipe, everything. And I'll show you where we're gonna go. Bud, you're being a bad boy. You're being a bad boy. You're being a bad boy. Okay, so we just looked at that. Now I'm gonna take him over to the new dump area that we have and see what we got. So we built these little tiny offices all over. There's another one right here that we did. I think 5 of them total that we've done. I mean, if I just had this one piece of property with all these buildings on it, and I'd be set for life. This guy that owns this has like 10 of these that are just like this, all over the place. It's actually like, it's kind of unbelievable how much the guy's actually got. It's hard to believe. But then you got guys like Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg. So I guess it's all where you set your expectation in life is where you end up. I'd be happy with this and just collecting my rent and not working too much. But I don't know what I would do if I didn't work, because I get a lot of satisfaction in life out of doing this stuff, and it's kind of what keeps me going. I've heard other stories of people that they built a big company and they sold it and they got all this money, and then they kind of lost their drive for life. And I definitely don't want that to happen to me. I feel like as long as I'm still doing stuff and creating value out of using my mind to create value, it's like a game. It's kind of like a game that we play, and I really love playing that game. It just gives me a lot of self-worth and satisfaction doing that. And I think Owen, that's my son Owen, he's learning from that, and hopefully, at 21 years old, he'll have a lot more of that a lot earlier on in life than I ever did, and he'll just be that much further ahead. That's the plan, for the kids is, at the end of the day, we're going to be dust at some point. We're all going to be dust and ashes. And doing this while you're here, while you're alive, it really gives you something to sink your teeth into, and it's like a high that you chase. You're constantly chasing the next project or the next development deal, or whatever it might be, like the auction. We're going to be heading back over to the auction, and you never know, we might really land on a couple of those things and get some really good deals, and we either keep it or sell it. But we're definitely not going to overpay, I know that much, because that stuff's worn out, a lot of it. Here's the other landfill that he's going to have to do something with this eventually, but this is the catch-all landfill, and I guarantee you eventually the county's gonna come down on him, make him get rid of it. And this is what we got. So that rock there we're gonna use for the septic, for the leach line. Yeah, so I'd like to get, not today obviously, but I want to get that all picked up and hauled over in the dump trailer and dumped in the hole, or dumped on that. Probably we'll go like 6-8 inches deep on the bottom. We'll lay that pipe, and then we'll put the rest over the top. That should be close to enough to do it. So I'm pretty excited about having that. But yeah, this is the dump. So all the stuff's gonna come over here. I don't care where you put it. Maybe just watch out for nails.
Yeah.
Don't try to get off in this too far. And I like these things. I don't know. They're like feeders. And I may want to get the forks and try to grab like this whole row here. I don't know if they're, I think you can just slip right under them. Yeah, they do, don't they? Yeah.
Probably still could, but...
Well, if they were just like parking curbs sitting on top, we'll try it. Like if they move,
Yeah.
I want to load them up and take them. But if they don't, then they'll just have to stay. Squared away. He's got a good mission for the day. He's gonna take care of all that stuff for me. Now we're gonna swing back through here. I got the checks for the guys. They wanted to get their checks. Normally they don't get their checks till next week, but since they've come down and helped me, I give them their checks early. And like I said, I'm already paying them cash for what they're doing here. So just a nice little bonus. Try to keep their motivation up, and they like to get that money right away. They definitely, when payday comes, these guys want their money. They want it right away. You ever have any problems with that, you'll lose employees very quickly. That's one thing that Lori and I we make sure of, is that we pay our guys on time. Most importantly, we pay them, but paying them on time is very important, because that gives them, that just lets them know we think about them, and we do. We really appreciate what these guys do for us. If we didn't have all this with these guys coming and working for us, I don't know where we'd be. I saw some comments about the immigration stuff. We hire, our guys are legal as far as we know, and we California makes certain that you follow all those procedures, because there's a lot of documentation that has to be turned in when you put an employee on payroll. And if you're trying to pay people cash, that doesn't work either, because they want their, they want their payroll taxes, and they want their EDD, Employment Development Department, wants their money. Everybody wants their money. California wants their money. So really, it has nothing to do with the immigrants and stuff. It's more, in my opinion, it's more about the money. The illegals are here working, and they're getting paid cash. California's not getting their cut. They're gonna cry about it, like, but they, deep down inside, they just want their money, and that's the truth of it all. And I know this from experience. But yeah, they're getting the rafters up, doors set. Owen's gonna return those other doors, get that little 24-inch door for this, and we are gonna be looking really good. I think this thing will be sheeted by the end of the day, and it'll look like a tiny home.